Greetings, this is the Baron, and here we are for another round of the 1.5 tournament. I'm running my usual, the one I've been running the whole time, my Titania song deck. I'm up against Pez the Unholy. Sorry I don't have any deck picks or even any story about his deck, but you're going to see it as it comes. Here we are, round number 1. And some quick just land draws here. Again, this is how 1.5 is. There's no power, no rocks, nothing to accelerate you. And my deck, if you want to, pause and check it out, I'm not doing anything till turn 4 basically, unless I got, Mishra's, not Mishra's, those mana rock things, whatever they're called, Felwar stones. So here he drops a Preacher, very strong card in this format. It's heavily a creature format. Play my Icy, which is such a strong card in my deck. Tap down that little Preacher guy because I don't want to take 1 damage right now. And ooh, here's the library. This is the library of 1.5. Not Loa. And I disenchant that, get rid of it. I don't want him having any options right now. He's ooh, and he takes out my Icy. Brutal. Okay. And white-green was a very popular color combination for this round because of the regrowth being unrestricted. And some of the best decks, I think the deck that won was actually just regrowths and like 1 fireball, unless I'm misthinking there, but whatever. And I don't know what I'm seeing yet. He got his land out from his Untamed Wilds. He must have been holding that in his hand and pretty excited to have it out with the library out. Just that way, as soon as you get stuck, you get your shuffle, you get your land. Great synergy between those 2 cards. And here I am with 6 mana. There's nothing I can't cast in my deck. I got 5 cards in hand, and I'm passing. So, sometimes I get stuck with like Titania songs in hand early, and that's not something you want. I've got so much removal in this deck. I've got my 4 Wraths. I don't know how many Plows I'm running, and the 4 Disenchants. So full white removal plus, the Wrath. And ooh, there's a Serra Angel out now. So let's see if I got an answer for that, or if I'm gonna let it work. Regrow on my Icy and cast my Icy. Okay, that's the answer I want to have for Serra Angel. I don't want to waste a Wrath of God on 1 creature or 2 creatures. I want to, I want to use my Icy to tap down your heavy hitters, make you play out more of your hand. Hopefully, get out my Disrupting Scepters and put you in a tight spot, between a rock and a hard place on whether you play your creatures or not. And then, when the time is right, that's when I want a Wrath. I want you to be so sad about it. I want you to have no cards in hand, have to play your creatures, and have to say goodbye to every single one of them. And here he did. Now we're about there. Unless I can play another Icy, 2 Serras out, the pressure is on. I need to do work. But I make him discard a card instead. He's got a Plains to pitch. So I'm going to be eating at least 4 here. Unless I got a Plow up my sleeve I plan on using. I'll use them to buy time until I do draw my Wrath of God. Because even in this situation, you go from having a Serra to not having a Serra, and then having your 1 tap down, so it forces you to have another creature. So, and I do have my Scepter working, so I don't mind doing that either. Putting a Plow out now, eating 1 damage every turn from the Preacher until his hand's empty, and then I'll Wrath. But it didn't come up, and now he's got 4 creatures on the board. I still have 5 cards in hand. Still make them discard, but I do have the 2 white and 2 Wrath plus the Icy, but it didn't happen that way. Okay, so this is what I said before. So I plow out the 1 Serra, it's a problem, except now I'll be taking 2 damage a turn, and I'm only at 4. I can't afford to take 2 damage a turn for very long. And there's an Ehrnam. I need this Wrath right now. Come on. Do we have it? Asking me cards I have in hand. Wow, and how many cards have I gone through in this deck? That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 19 cards. I'm a third through the deck, and I don't have a Wrath. I got a Mirror Universe. Is it too little too late? I I need to have a plow now for that Ehrnam, or else that mirror is not going to matter at all. Here he comes. This is the lethal swing. I got the plow. Excellent, excellent. Okay, so I'm going to go up to 28 life on my upkeep, it looks like, unless he's got a disenchant. And he doesn't. Here it is. Boom. From 2 to 28. Alright, this is... that mirror has been such an ace in the hole a couple of these games in this tournament. And this is it. This is why you pack it, you know. 6 mana is a big investment, but this is what it can do. Although I'm getting smashed now for 3 at a time. And here's Petra Sphinx, which I had no idea what it does. Here it is now up on the screen. 3/4. You can tap it. You name a card. If it's a card you named, you get it. If not, it gets thrown in the bin. So, interesting creature. Very good in that deck, especially with the 4 regrowths being legal. You don't really mind if something gets pitched. It just gives you more options. Because the bigger your graveyard is, regrowth becomes like a demonic tutor, you know? So, this format, being able to run 4 graveyard tutors is pretty strong, especially when you're built for that. Drop myself a book, and I'm just taking a lot of damage now. And I need to find that Wrath. That's probably why I dropped the book. You know, I don't need to drop the Wrath either. I could drop a Titania Song and just swing on right through because he's tapped out. He sees no creatures. He feels safe. He's going for it. And he's only at 2. So all I need is like my Disrupting Scepter to get through. Even if he had 2 plows or Disenchant and Plow or 2 disenchants, whatever it is to take out my 2 4/4s, I could still get him if I have a Titania Song in my hand. And I'm still struggling here. And he's smacking me down for 4 again, dropping down to 7. End of his turn, I'm drawing, trying to find my answers. I'm trying to find a win here. And I should have it, you know. Everything's going my way. He's tapping out. He's not keeping anything behind. All right, there's the Wrath of God. He's got 2 cards in hand. He's got an empty board. Just land. So this is a good spot. It's a good spot. Although I'm at 7. So, oh, there it is. He concedes. Okay, that was game 1. We're going to sideboard up and get into game number 2. Here we are. Wow. Good game, Pez. Good game. He's going to mulligan here for game 2 to start. So going down to 6. And I'm keeping my hand, I guess. Oh, he's taking a second mulligan, going to 5 cards. And I don't mind that at all. You know, that's go down, you know. I don't have any land destruction or I'll feel really good about it, you know. But, okay, here he is. 4 cards, drop the plains. And I draw up to 8, which is, it's nice. It feels good when your opponent's got 4 and you have double your hand size. And this is going to be the same start. Plains, forest, savannah here and there. COP green from the sideboard. Wow. That is a nice way to start. Oh, and the Disrupting Scepter. He disenchants the Scepter, not the COP green. Because he's hoping his Serras will get him there. Or even just tie up my mana with the Ehrnams. And regrow my Scepter because I want those cards gone. I do not want you holding answers. I don't want you holding back bombs. I want this clean cut and dry. Although I can't afford to cast it because I won't be able to prevent the damage from that Ehrnam right now. I need another mana to be able to cast it and prevent Ehrnam damage. And I'm not... Ooh, there's a second Ernie. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Alright, that's tying up 2 lands of mine every turn now. So I need to draw a land and play a Wrath. Or just something. Maybe a Fellwar land and a Fellwar Stone. That way I have 3 mana to play with. While he's got the 2 Ernies on the board. I don't want to plow one. I only got 1 white source. He's asking now, the COP, how does it work? You know, is it, if he destroys it now in the main phase, could I still use it to stop their damage in the combat phase? And so I explained, yes, it prevents the next damage from a source. Ooh, and there's the Wrath. Okay. Oh, but this is why I need those Scepters, you know. I don't want him to be able to just play creatures after I Wrath, but I was in too tight of a spot. So I don't feel bad about it. I don't. It's one regrowth and 1 Wrath in a bin. I still have 3 and 3 in the deck. Oh no, sorry, I'm only running 3 regrowths. So I've got 2 regrowths and 3 wraths left in the deck. I got my scepter out, so there should be no more funny business. You know, wrath, and then next turn there's more creature bombs, unless he draws top decks them, you know. So here we are. I want those cards gone. Discard Pez. Okay, it's the Petra Sphinx, which is great. I don't want it here. Coming in for what? Both of them for 5. So I'm going to stop the elf, and I eat the 4 from the Sarah. Drops in to 16. What was that one? Armageddon? Oh, come on. Okay, this is rough. This is rough. Armageddon, I've been preaching it. I think it's the scariest card in this format. It just, you know, once someone feels like it's time to Geddon, it means the game's over for the most part. But because I was afraid of Geddons, I was packing those Felwar stones. So I'm prepared for them. You know, if he drops a land now, I'm back at 2 mana, and I could start operating. I could stop those elf damage. I could, I can already plow that Sarah if I need to. Okay, here we are, back at 2 mana again. I don't really need green right now, but just needs any land just to get my my engines, you know, revving again. I'm down to 7 already, getting smacked around by that Sarah Angel, and even those elves, I guess. All right. Wow. Another 4, not coming with the elves. Drops me at 3. And 2 mana. Regrow the Disenchant. Takes out my mana source. Oh, yikes. Okay. Okay, I did get it, but that's game. Okay, Pez gets game 2. Yikes. That is the power of Armageddon. That is it. That's it's actually banned in this one that I'm in now, which will be coming up shortly. I'm hoping to get out the sealed event, the 4th edition sealed event, before this next 1.5 that I'm currently in. But in this new one, both Regrowth and Armageddon are banned cards. I think a couple other cards got banned too. I think Fireball got the axe, and maybe something else or 2 other things. I don't know. I'll go over the whole list when the new videos come out. And Library turn 2. I don't want that. Oh, but I didn't drop a land. I kept a 1 land hand. Oh, this is... Do not do this, ladies and gentlemen. Do not keep 1 land hands in tournaments. Come on. I mean, for me, I always say I trust my deck, and I must have been holding gold. I'm, you know, gas probably, just something to keep going. But now with 1 land, you know, for me, I need at least 2 to get a Felwar Stone. It's the cheapest thing to cast in my deck, and I'm forced to discard a Disenchant. Brutal. Alright. So he's up to 4 mana available if he needed to be, but he's coming in with the elf. Drops in at 19. 4 mana. What are we going to see? An Ehrnamgeddon. Do I have the plow? I do. Oh, good. I needed that. Alright, so he's up to 20 now. Because he drew 2 last turn. And still no mana. Come on. That's 10 cards. Only 1 land. A 6th of the deck. Okay. It's not over, though. You know, I'm doing fine. He needs to draw the right cards. I need to draw the right cards to respond. Taking that 1 damage. Drops another Ehrnam. And right now, the only way I can stop that is another plow. Do I have it? I do. Okay, good. I drew up to 8, and instead of discarding, I cast the plow. Got rid of that Ehrnam. So, I'm doing okay. I still got what I need. He's still peeking 3 down, though. In fact, he just took 4 to draw another card. What are we going to see? Just the elf? Just be the elf. Preacher? Okay, I can handle this. I can handle this. I just don't want to see any Sarahs or Erms right now. You know, I'll take 3 damage a turn until I get my mana and get rolling. And that's what's happening right here from 17 to 14. And there's another Ehrnam. Come on. Who shuffled this deck? There's Felwar Stone. Okay. I'm ready to roll. Man, that library is doing a lot of work for him. Petra Sphinx. No, Divine Offering. So he gains 2 life, taking out my Felwar Stone. Oh, and an Armageddon? No way. Oh, man. I thought I had a chance. Do I still? No, 2 turns? I can't do anything with 2 mana. All I can get is a Felwar Stone. That's got to be it. Yeah. Brutal. Good games, Pez. Well, sorry about that 3rd game. And here's my hand. Yeah, I had the Mana Rocks. I had 3 Mana Rocks, COP White, Disenchant. I've had a lot of stuff. I was ready to roll. And just having, I guess that would be 3. I had 3 Felwar Stones. I felt good about the hand. You know, just need another land and just get rolling. Have all those little artifact soldiers ready to go for me. Well, congratulations, Pez. You win this game 2-1. And thank you to you, my viewers. And if you want to thank me, you can hop on my Patreon. Speaking of the patrons, here they are now. Roll the Scroll of Honor.